Starseeds and lightworkers, the exhaustion you have been carrying is not a sign that you fell short. It is the mark of someone who went all the way in, who absorbed what others could not hold, who moved through depths that would have pulled most souls under completely. I am Tyron, a representative of the High Council of Sirius, and what I need you to hear right now, before anything else, is this. The weight you are still carrying was never meant to stay inside you forever. You were the vessel, not the permanent container. By the end of this transmission, you will understand why what you are feeling right now is not collapse, it is completion, and why the most sacred thing your field can do in this moment is finally, fully, rest. The density you moved through in this last phase was real. It was heavy, and you transmuted it in ways that left a mark on your energy, your body, your sense of direction. That is not weakness. That is the cost of the work. Every starseed who carries Sirian codes knows what it feels like to give more than they kept for themselves, to pour out so completely that the return home feels disorienting, like a river that has forgotten what stillness feels like. But the current has shifted now. The Council is not sending you back in. This phase is complete. And what is being asked of you now is something that may feel harder than everything you already survived. Not pushing, not fixing, not moving forward. Allowing the waters to restore what the mission cost you. You did not find this message by accident. Something in you was ready to hear it. And the fact that you are still here, still listening, still open, after everything you have been through, says more about who you are than any trial ever could. Stay with me. What comes next is meant for exactly where you are right now. And I am grateful you are here with me now. There's something profound, almost visceral, that the human mind instinctively recoils from in this particular moment. The act of stopping. It's a deep-seated resistance, born from an ancient primal programming that whispers of danger in stillness. For you, perhaps more acutely than others, you were built for incessant movement, for continuous forward momentum. From your earliest conscious stirrings, you likely internalized the chilling lesson that stillness was synonymous with vulnerability, that rest carried an unseen, exorbitant cost, and that the very instant you dared to pause, the delicate tapestry of your world, or even the wider world you perceived, would irrevocably unravel. This ingrained fear propelled you onward, through the silent valleys of grief that had no language, no name, no societal acknowledgement. It drove you through those prolonged, often isolating seasons where everyone around you seemed to effortlessly bloom and thrive, bathed in an undeniable effervescence, while you, in your quiet, unsung resilience, were valiantly and steadfastly holding together countless fragile pieces of a world that no one else even realized was teetering on the brink of collapse. You kept going, a relentless current against a powerful tide of inner fatigue, because to stop, to cease that eternal motion, felt indistinguishable from giving up, from abandoning the very essence of your being. But I assure you, and with every fiber of my knowing, that this moment of sacred pause, this gentle slowing, is not that. This is not surrender and defeat. This is an invitation to profound recalibration, a sacred alignment with a deeper rhythm. Some healing doesn't come through words, it comes through water. If something stirred within you just now, a subtle ripple in the depths of your being, a faint echo of recognition, you may be ready to receive the Sirian water codes. This powerful guide carries sacred techniques channeled from the waters of Sirius, clearing baths, breathing practices, sound activations, and protection rituals designed specifically for starseeds who have always felt called by the ocean. The link is in the first pinned comment, but only for a limited time. That elusive, persistent ache you've been sensing, and that resonant hum within your spirit that doesn't quite conform to any conventional category or diagnostic label you've ever encountered, isn't a void, isn't a deficiency, isn't an emptiness demanding to be filled. On the contrary, it is the undeniable signature of overflow. It is the exquisite pressure of containing something truly immense, something vast and cosmic, within the delicate vessel of your human form, in a world that, quite frankly, doesn't yet possess the vocabulary, the conceptual frameworks, or the energetic bandwidth to truly comprehend, let alone articulate, the magnificent truth of what you are. The profound sensitivity that has, at times, made this earthly journey feel so extraordinarily heavy, so laden with palpable energy and emotion, was never, not for a single moment, a design flaw in your exquisite spiritual architecture. It was, and remains, the very essence of your unique strength, the divine attribute that rendered you capable of perceiving, processing, and navigating realms and energies that others simply could not. You felt everything, every subtle vibration, every whispered truth, every echoing sorrow, precisely because you were divinely intended to. You absorbed the world's energies, its joys and its shadows, its beauty and its pain, not as a weakness, but because your luminous energetic field possessed an expansive capacity, a celestial resilience to hold it all without collapsing under its weight. But it is crucial to understand this distinction. Dear one, immense capacity is not, and never was, synonymous with permanent ownership. And the fact that you could carry such vastness was never intended to become the eternal decree that you must carry it forever. There is a sacred season for holding, and there is a sacred season for releasing. It is a common misconception that many starseeds feel lost due to a perceived absence of purpose. In truth, it is quite the opposite. Deep within the very core of your being, your soul carries an ancient knowing, a cosmic wisdom so immense, so sprawling and multidimensional, that this terrestrial world often feels utterly too confined, too constricted, too small to adequately contain its boundless expanse. That persistent, sometimes unsettling sense of disconnection you've been experiencing, that pervasive feeling of being subtly, yet distinctly, out of alignment in almost every room you enter. See, in every mundane conversation you engage in every carefully constructed version of life, you've earnestly attempted to build within a societal framework that was fundamentally never designed for the intricate, expansive tapestry of a soul like yours. That, my dear one, is not a testament to something being inherently wrong with you. It is, in fact, the clearest, most unmistakable indication that your deepest energetic codes, your divine operating system, are poised and ready to awaken, to come brilliantly online. The sacred waters within you, those deep currents of inner wisdom and ancestral memory, are beginning their profound journey of purification and clarification. And what may feel bewilderingly like confusion or disarray in this present moment is, in its sacred truth, the very first tentative movement of something ancient, like something majestic, that has patiently remained still and dormant for an incredibly long time, now stirring towards its magnificent activation. Lately, the very fabric of your reality may have felt unusually opaque, like you're attempting to perceive clarity through a vast expanse of deep, unsettled water, its depths obscured by a shimmering, ethereal fog. This atmospheric haze, this lack of crystal-clear vision, is not, I repeat, not a sign that there is any fundamental flaw or intrinsic error within you. It is, rather, the inevitable, natural consequence of profound energetic alchemy. The sacred process that occurs when antiquated patterns of being, long-held beliefs, and outworn paradigms begin their necessary and irreversible journey of dissolution. These are the old identities, the carefully constructed personas you may have outgrown eons ago, but never truly felt you had the explicit permission, or perhaps even the inner capacity, to consciously release. These are the archaic definitions of yourself, often meticulously written and projected onto you by others who could only ever perceive the ephemeral surface of your being, never truly penetrating to the boundless, oceanic depths of your true essence. Just as a river must churn with sediment before its waters can settle into pristine clarity, the waters of your inner world must become murky, must roil with the release of the old, before they can achieve their ultimate luminous transparency. This is not failure. It is the breathtakingly intricate process doing precisely what it was divinely designed to do. You are not lost, adrift without a compass. Yet you are deeply, profoundly in transition, traversing a sacred threshold between what was and what is destined to be. And to navigate such a powerful, alchemical metamorphosis, particularly when the path ahead remains veiled, demands a tremendous, almost immeasurable reservoir of courage, even when, in the throes of the transformation, you may not feel its presence within you. Within the very core of your being, there is an ancient wisdom encoded, a celestial blueprint that predates and goes far deeper than anything you have ever been consciously taught or indoctrinated into in this current earthly incarnation. It is a divine algorithm, a set of sacred instructions written not in the linear constructs of human words, but in the pulsating language of pure frequency, resonance, and light. The Sirian wisdom teachings, those profound cosmic transmissions that were carefully woven into the fabric of Earth's consciousness long before the majestic temples of Egypt ever began to rise from the golden sands of the desert, speak directly and intimately of this truth. They speak of advanced souls, star travelers, who purposefully arrived on this planet carrying within their energetic matrices a dormant yet potent remembrance. These are not souls who are inherently broken, forever searching in vain for missing pieces or elusive answers. Rather, they are whole beings, perfectly complete, who are simply in the exquisite process of beginning to remember the magnificent truth of their multi-dimensional origins and their divine purpose. And that profound remembering often commences not as an explosive vision, a sudden, blinding revelation, or an earth-shattering spiritual download, but as a quiet, persistent feeling. It manifests as an inexplicable pull, a magnetic yearning towards something you have never consciously seen, never physically touched, yet somehow recognize with an undeniable heart-deep familiarity. It's a profound, intuitive sense that the linear life you've been diligently living, the identity you've meticulously cultivated, is merely the iridescent surface of a vast, unseen ocean. And underneath that shimmering veneer, something ancient, something resplendent and luminous, has been patiently, infinitely waiting for this precise, sacred moment of your awakening. This particular juncture in the journey is often precisely where a deep, unsettling panic begins to subtly creep in, taking root in the fertile ground of the mind. This anxiety arises because, externally, nothing seems to be overtly moving. Nothing appears to be visibly shifting or progressing. The vital mission that once pulsed with an urgent, undeniable clarity, a fierce spiritual imperative, has now inexplicably gone quiet, settling into an unsettling hush. The nascent clarity, those fleeting glimpses of insight that were just beginning to form like dawn on the horizon, have seemingly retreated, pulling back into the shadowy recesses of the unknown. And in the profound, often deafening silence that ensues, the conditioned mind, ever prone to fear-based projections, begins its relentless construction of anxious narratives. Stories of profound failure, of irreversible delay, of having somehow irrevocably missed a crucial energetic window or a divine appointment. But I implore you to understand, that with the deepest part of your being, that this profound stillness is not a state of stalling. It is a sacred act of anchoring. Consider the mighty river, a symbol of relentless flow, that pauses intentionally in a wide, deep, and utterly calm pool, its waters gathering, stabilizing, before it embarks upon its next formidable passage through the jagged ancient mountains. In precisely the same way, your magnificent soul is in a critical phase of deeply stabilizing and fully integrating all that it has already consciously received, all the wisdom, all the downloads, all the energetic shifts, before it can possibly expand its capacity to safely and effectively hold the next wave of what is destined to arrive. Therefore, dear one, be profoundly gentle with yourself in this space. This seemingly inert phase is far from an absence of progress. It is, in its sacred truth, the foundational bedrock being meticulously laid, brick by invisible brick, for the magnificent structure of everything that is destined to follow. Though you may not yet possess the clear, undeniable vision of it, and perhaps even doubt its subtle manifestation, rest assured that the individuals within your immediate energetic sphere, those in your orbit, are already instinctively responding to the profound, alchemical shift that is undeniably taking place within the very core of your being. Perhaps your established relationships have begun to subtly transform, shifting in their dynamics, their resonance, or their very purpose. Maybe certain physical places you frequent or specific conversations you engage in now register differently within your energetic field, feeling inexplicably heavier, more dense, or conversely, remarkably lighter and more expansive than they ever did before. You might find yourself naturally, almost unconsciously, pulling away from activities, commitments, or even people that once felt utterly necessary, indispensable even, while simultaneously being drawn with an undeniable magnetic force toward experiences, connections, or paths that defy all logical explanation, yet resonate with an unmistakable soul-deep rightness. This, I assure you, is no mere coincidence, no random alignment of events. It is a fundamental law of energetic physics. When one powerful current, particularly a primary one, profoundly changes its direction, every single thing downstream, every interconnected aspect of the ecosystem is inevitably and organically affected. You do not need to verbally announce your internal transformation, yet to declaim your metamorphosis from the rooftops. You are, at this very moment, already powerfully transmitting it through your very essence, through the silent language of your elevated frequency. And those souls who are destined, who are meant to resonate with your authentic frequency will inevitably find their way to you. Not because you diligently performed for them, or meticulously presented a perfected version of yourself, or laboriously tried to prove your worthiness, but simply because, like water naturally finding its inherent level in any vessel, frequency always, unerringly, finds its perfect, resonant match. This particular phase of your spiritual awakening often registers as the most acutely challenging, the most emotionally demanding, precisely because it issues a profound, unwavering decree. It asks you, gently yet firmly, to release the very things you have been meticulously carrying for such an extended period of time that they have, through sheer duration, integrated themselves so deeply into your psyche and your energy field that they feel like inseparable fragments of your core identity. These are the ingrained beliefs about who you should be, the limiting narratives you adopted from an early age. These are the weighty expectations, often unspoken, that were meticulously placed upon you by a world, by a society, that, in its profound limitations, simply could not comprehend the magnificent, multi-dimensional truth of what you truly are. And these are the layers of emotional weight, the burdens of sorrow, trauma, and unfulfilled dreams that fundamentally belonged to others, yet, due to your innate empathy and profound sensitivity, has settled deeply into your energetic field, adhering to your aura, because you were compassionate enough to attempt to help carry them. You are now, in this sacred moment, granted absolute and unconditional permission to gently, intentionally set it all down, every single fragment of it. Remember the wisdom of the river. It does not, in its eternal flow, endeavor to carry every single stone, every piece of debris, every fragment of sand it encounters along its journey. It allows them, with effortless grace, to sink to the bottom, to settle into the earth, and then it simply keeps flowing onward, unimpeded. And in the profound act of releasing, in letting go of the accumulated weight, the river does not diminish. It does not become less. On the contrary, it becomes immeasurably lighter, infinitely clearer, more purely itself, a vibrant conduit of life force. Let me unequivocally reaffirm this truth for you, dear one. You are not late. You are not behind. There is no cosmic clock against which you are measured. No preordained timeline you have failed to meet. The perceived delays, the unexpected detours, the long, often bewildering years of not truly comprehending the profound, enigmatic sensations you were feeling, the prolonged seasons of quiet contemplation and earnest wondering if any of this deep inner stirring meant what you intuitively suspected it meant. None, absolutely none of it was wasted. Every single experience that, at the time, felt agonizingly like it was pulling you backward, hindering your progress, or diverting you from your true path, was, in its hidden truth, a powerful guiding current, subtly yet inexorably moving you deeper, by pulling you further into the precise and intricate preparation that this very moment, this profound awakening, inherently requires. In the ancient, pristine Sirian records, those cosmic libraries of timeless wisdom, there exists no such concept as a late awakening. There is only the perfect, divinely orchestrated unfolding. And your unique, magnificent awakening is transpiring right now, in this very instant, in precisely the way it was always, from the moment of your soul's inception, exquisitely meant to. Just as the powerful rhythmic tide of the ocean does not rush, does not hurry its inevitable advance, it always, without fail, precisely when the cosmic conditions are aligned, arrives. Your profound, sacred mission was never, for a single moment, about achieving something outwardly extraordinary by the often superficial and fleeting standards of this terrestrial world. It was always, fundamentally, about the sublime, revolutionary act of simply being present, fully, authentically, and unapologetically present, in a deeply resonant way that only a soul imprinted with your specific, unique cosmic codes can possibly embody. The ancient ones, those enlightened beings who meticulously shaped their profound understanding of the cosmos within the hallowed sacred halls of Amenti, understood this elemental truth with unwavering clarity. The single most powerful, transformative act available to any soul is not the grand external gesture, the monumental undertaking designed to impress the masses. Rather, it is the quiet, unwavering, seat and deeply resonant alignment of a soul with its immutable, true frequency. You do not need to meticulously figure out the entirety of your sprawling, cosmic mission today. You do not need a meticulously crafted plan, a public platform, or a perfect, divinely ordained moment to begin. You simply need to be here, fully, completely, and courageously here, in the tender vulnerability of this present moment. And from that sacred space of embodied presence, you can confidently let the powerful, benevolent current of the universe gently, yet firmly, carry you precisely to where you are, always, ultimately, meant to go. You are not lost. You never were. The very notion of being lost is an illusion spun by the limited perception of the ego. In a profound act of divine will, you chose to forget, not because you were inherently weak, not because you lacked strength or purpose, but precisely because the kind of deep, alchemical awakening you are here to experience, the profound remembering you are poised to embody, explicitly required you to courageously find your way back from the deepest, most obscure depths of forgetfulness. It is akin to the exquisite pearl that can only be formed under immense pressure, in the absolute darkness, at the very bottom of the vast, silent ocean. What you are in the miraculous process of becoming your most luminous and authentic self could only be sculpted, honed, and refined by the precise symphony of experiences you have so bravely navigated. Every single moment of confusion, every period of bewildering uncertainty was not a setback, but rather the sacred water working upon you, patiently, persistently, smoothing away the rough edges, dissolving what did not authentically belong to your divine blueprint, and meticulously revealing the pristine truth that was always, eternally, there underneath, waiting to be unveiled. The profound exhaustion you've been carrying, that bone-deep weariness that permeates your very being, isn't evidence of damage, isn't a sign of a broken spirit. It is, in its sacred truth, incontrovertible evidence of your unwavering devotion, a testament to the immense spiritual labor you have undertaken. It is the visible, tangible manifestation of what it looks like when a courageous soul, against all odds, gives every ounce of its being, every shred of its energy, to something truly real, something profoundly meaningful, something divinely authentic. You are not here, dear one, to contort yourself, or to diminish your radiant light, or to compromise your unique frequency in an attempt to fit into the often rigid, confining molds of this world. Your profound purpose is far grander. You are here to gently, quietly, yet powerfully remind this world of something absolutely essential that it has, in its hurried amnesia, tragically forgotten. And the density you have absorbed, the immense spiritual and emotional weight you have so bravely carried, not just for yourself, but for entire timelines that desperately needed your stabilizing frequency to hold them steady through tumultuous shifts. That was never, ever meant to be your permanent, static state of being. It was the assignment. It was the sacred, temporary task. And I declare to you now, with the full authority of the universe's benevolent design, the assignment is complete. At what this profound, soul-stretching mission may have seemingly cost you, in terms of energy, peace, or perceived identity, the benevolent, infinite wisdom of the universe knows precisely how to restore, how to replenish, and how to transmute. This restoration will not manifest by merely returning you to who you were before, for that being no longer exists. Instead, it will unfold by powerfully, exquisitely, carrying you forward into the magnificent, fully realized version of who you were always, eternally becoming. The ancient, wise waters that so faithfully carried you to this precise juncture are far from finished with your journey. They are simply, beautifully, changing their direction, guiding you toward new horizons, new depths, and new currents of your evolving destiny. And the undeniable, profound truth that you are still here, that you steadfastly persevered through all of it, through the disorienting fog, through the unsettling stillness, through the profound confusion, through the deep, often isolating grief. That, in itself, tells everything, illuminates everything about where you truly are on your sacred path. You are ready. Not because every aspect of your life is now perfectly aligned, flawless, or without challenge. Not because the path ahead of you has miraculously cleared into a luminous, unambiguous highway, but you are ready because, despite every obstacle, every doubt, every internal and external struggle, you are still here, still breathing, still listening with an open heart and an eager spirit, still willing, with courageous vulnerability, to remember the magnificent truth of your origins and your purpose. And that, dear one, that unwavering presence, that persistent willingness, is truly the most potent, the most powerful thing a starseed can ever do or ever be. Tonight, if the resonance of these words stirs a deep chord within your soul, if it feels profoundly right in your innermost being, I invite you to gently place your hand over your heart, feeling its steady, rhythmic beat, and quietly, yet with firm intention, affirm these sacred words. I remember who I am. I trust the waters that carried me here. I am ready to flow into what comes next. Before you go, leave one word in the comments, just one, that describes what you felt during this message. Then find someone else's word and respond with encouragement. This isn't just a comment section. It's a space where starseeds recognize each other. And that recognition carries more power than you know. If something in this message touched you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you'd like to keep receiving these transmissions, subscribe. The waters of Sirius will carry us to the next one. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your space, and I'm grateful you were here.